GRAYL.
Is it a... Yeah, no, it's in a trunk. Yeah, they don't have the rubber gear to keep it all. Okay, that one's by the way, it's probably one of the worst packs I've ever tested.
Don't listen to that.
Oh,
we're secretly filming Gideon. His name's not right. It is Gideon. We're not kidding. It's Gideon. Yeah. So we're secretly filming Gideon, and this is Gideon Senior right here.
Hi, how you doing?
So yeah. So we're just we're gonna waste all the time looking at us and not at Aaron. We're gonna waste a bunch of footage time maybe on a battery.
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen enough of him.
Yeah, because he's too straight laced. So I'm the jokester of the group.
Oh, definitely.
Hey folks, welcome to the channel. Welcome to this episode where we're about to review a pack that I was super excited for, the idea, the design, the system, when I saw it on paper. Once I got it on my back, you're gonna find out today that I was very unimpressed and really frustrated, not only with the added things I have to purchase to make the system work properly, but also the suspension system in general is giving me a lot of issues that we're gonna look today on the 511 Ignitor pack. So the idea with this pack is to be able to carry either assault rifle or a hunting rifle, uses either a hunting pack or as, you know, like a patrol pack, something like that. And I'm gonna show you today that though the idea is there is a lot of tweaking that needs to be done before this pack is worthwhile. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right, so hanging out here in the backyard after the trek to do a couple of the spec portions with you, running some other testing on some other gear prior to taking it out in the field. But what we're looking at here on the specs are a 9.5 inch depth. We're looking at 11 inches wide, and then we're looking at 21 inches from top to bottom. So the volume of this pack is going to be 1,617 cubic inches, which equals about 26.5 liters in size. Now the fabric that they've chosen is a lightweight fabric, and I'm seeing that on this pack, that they're really trying to cut down on the weight, and that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. So what they have is a 300 denier ripstop nylon for the body, and then on the bottom that we'll look at a little later, it has an 840 denier ripstop nylon, so a heavier duty on the bottom of the pack so it doesn't tear out on you, and then 300 through the rest of the pack. And right now there are two color combinations. You can either get the tan that we have here, or you can also get black. Now, one really cool feature on this pack is these very large side pockets. It has one run of zippers right here. You zip it down 3/4 of the way. It's got a flap, and I have a 14-inch fixed blade in here, fitting easily, and I could still get more items, long, narrow items in there, no problem. So that's a really cool aspect. You're gonna have that on this side and on the other. So right in front of that pouch we just looked at are these mesh water bottle sleeves. Now they're gonna fit even large 48-ounce Nalgene's, which is really nice that they do that. Got a good strong elastic band. The one thing to note though is the way that they've angled this, you're constantly fighting against the compression strap, because either you have to go above and over, and then the compression strap really isn't working because of all this space back here, or you got to try and fight going under it, but because this lip goes up, it's just really convoluted. So it's something that I think was kind of just a poor design. It would have been nice to have this compression strap up a little higher so that it would go underneath most or over most Nalgene's that are 32 ounces and that type of thing. So a little convoluted with the compression strap itself, but the pouches work well in holding a water bottle. So on the kind of back flap portion here, we have another very large piece of hook and loop for patches, as well as lots of MOLLE compatibility, PALS webbing here. As you can see, I have a VanQuest medical kit attached, so that's really nice to secure on the back panel. That's nice. Now we have a dual run of zippers this time, and this is kind of the admin pouch, if you will. And as we unzip this, it opens 3/4 of the way. And as you can see here on the back side, we have elastic band pouches. These would easily fit AK or AR magazines. So you can get 2 magazines right there. You can get another 2 in right here. Then you have a secondary pouch that goes down, and then you got your key keeper as well. So you could either, again, if you're rocking this as a patrol pack or a hunting pack, use this for ammo and that type of thing, or you can just use it as organization if you're using it as a day pack. So we do have these two, not only bedroll, but kind of compression straps. So if you don't have a lot in the pack, you can cinch these guys down and it'll compress the bag. If you need to run different things like a tarp, a bedroll, something like that, you can easily slide it in there, cinch it down, and it does give you enough space to get average sized tarps and bedrolls inside the bottom of the pack right here. And I always look for that. When a pack has this on the bottom, that's always a plus. So now in line with this pouch that we are going to look at here in a moment that is supposed to carry the rifle, if you disconnect this flap right here, we have another one zipper, and this is just another dump pouch. It's very deep, very long, and just runs right in between this pouch and this one. So you could, again, just throw different organizational things that you may need to put in there, gloves, a hat, knit cap, something like that. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the claim to fame of what this pack is supposed to do. It's designed to carry a hunting rifle or, you know, like a sporting rifle, AK or AR design. And so the way that this is set up, you would think that it comes with everything that you would need. But according to my experience, because I purchased this myself, did not show up with all the parts. And from everything I've seen and read, to my knowledge, you have to buy the Rush Scabbard tier system separate. This, we did a review a long time ago. It's a great little setup. It's designed to carry rifles and then put it to MOLLE compatible packs of any kind, from 5.11 or otherwise. And it's a really cool system. We really like it a lot. But the way this is supposed to supposedly work is that you open this flap that we've just looked at, where I have stuffed a jacket. You could put a small tent, a tarp, something like that. And it has this attachment right here that would go around the pistol grip or the rifle, around the trigger guard, these two elastic bands, that goes there. Then on the bottom here, they give you this little zipper door, and that feeds all the way through, as you can see right here. Just kind of checking, making sure I'm in frame. But as you can see, the problem is this is the only part then holding on to your firearm to keep it from falling all the way out. So then you have to go online, purchase this separately, use just the neck right here. You don't need to use this. This is what, you know, protects scopes and trigger guards. And if you're going to put it on any other type of pack, then you've got to run this through the bottom. There's the exact same attachment, and attach it like so. So now you're able to put your firearm through here. It comes out the bottom and then is cupped by this basket right here, and that's where the muzzle of your firearm goes. If you're gonna tell me that this pack is designed to do that, and then you're gonna leave out the most important piece to keep the firearm from sliding down and, you know, hitting the muzzle on the ground, that makes no sense to me. So that's a really big sticking point, and, you know, maybe they fix that and maybe they do arrive now, but everything, again, that I've seen on the websites and on everything, said, from what I can tell, these have to be purchased separately in order to use the pack properly and carry those long guns. So now that we've looked at that, I want to talk to you about the price point before we go on. And as you'll see, the price is a big sticking point for me because of this. Now, these will run you about 160 bucks is the going rate over on most websites. We'll have links over to Amazon. So if you do want to give this, you know, a run for its money, that's always a great way to help support the channel, as well as the Rush tier system. But because I'm dropping 160, then I have to drop another 50 to 60 on this. We're looking at over $200 for this whole setup, and that's starting to cost a pretty penny for a 26-liter pack. And that's just a really big problem for me, to give me a pack that is not set up already out of the box to do what it's designed to do, which is carry a rifle of some kind. So on the top of the pack, we have, first off, this PALS webbing stages right here. So you could attach a small medical kit or pouches, whatever you would like. And then this is basically one of the few places where you could put morale patches. This is kind of a soft hook and loop feel to it, so you could put morale patches there. Then we have a one zipper pouch. Now I got a Leatherman tool in there. You could fit things like that. Two Leatherman tools side by side would fit a few pistol mags, you know, snacks like granola bars and those type of things. But the cool thing is that on the flip side, if you just flip open the whole pouch, there is a second way to get to it, and you can get to the back of the same pocket inside the pack. So just kind of a dual way to access the items that are inside. So the main compartment on the bag is rather large. You get two zippers that are going to clamshell the heck out of this thing. So either you can open it just for the mouth so you could get to main things like when you're on the trail, or you can release the two compression straps on the back here, and this is going to open it basically clamshell 3/4 of the way. So right here we have the water bladder attachment, as well as just the little pouch to kind of hold it in place. Good Velcro for that, and the port that's ambidextrous. That's always good. Then we just have the ability, you could stack a lot of gear items in here and basically go along the pack. And then on the back here, we do have a secondary mesh compartment. I have my fire kit in there right now that you could store small items that you want organized in the main compartment. So I'm gonna walk you through how this rides. I don't know where I'm gonna be putting footage, but I do a lot of packs here, and rarely do I have a pack that I'm like, wow, this sucks. This pack sucks. I hate carrying it. It's very uncomfortable. I was detaching stuff halfway through. I mean, it just... So this is how rough this pack... I've never done this with a pack I reviewed before. I've taken off the the sternum strap and the waist strap, because just riding in every uncomfortable position, not giving me the support I need. I cannot wait to get this pack off and be done with it. So, and guys,
in fact, you have to buy another piece to be able to hook your AR up to it.
So
511. Pull your head out of your butt.
I'm not trying to be a jerk, but you can find good in almost every pack. This is not a good pack. So I cannot wait to be done with this video. Okay, so what they did here, we got shoulder straps, good thickness there to carry a load, no problem. There are stages for the sternum straps that go down, and this is the lowest one. So as you can see, this is kind of choking me out. Usually this would be down all the way down here across my pecs, and it's all the way up here near my collarbone. I do not like that at all. And this is just kind of a goofy, flimsy attachment here. They should have just done tracks and given us a lot more play. So that was the first thing. The whole time the pack is kind of wanting to pull me backwards, and I had it properly balanced out and loaded out. So that's a really big issue right out of the gate for me. Then with the belt strap here, plenty of room, nothing wrong with that, and it's well padded, but as you can see, it's above my hips. It's not riding on my hips, it's above, and I'm 6'2". So that's something that for the load carrying, it just doesn't carry the load quite like I would like to see. So if the pack was longer, that would be a big benefit. Then as we come back here, this has a rigid frame, and this is either a wire or a really stiff piece of plastic. Feels like a wire. This is digging into my lower back right here the entire trek, and it's just riding and rubbing in there, and so this becomes very uncomfortable really quick with the load that I'm having. I don't have a heavy load, it's like 25 pounds probably. And if this is designed to carry an assault rifle or a hunting rifle, ammo, and some other gear, I mean, we're talking easily 25 pounds, if not 30 pounds. So that's a huge problem. It's rubbing constantly. Every step I take is uncomfortable with this pack. Finally, they did do a flow-through system here, as you can see. Not bad, we've talked about this before. Flow-through systems don't really work, in my opinion. Your back is going to sweat regardless. When I took this off, everyone was commenting like, dude, your back is sopping wet. And I mean, it's just the way it is. So sure, the suspension system is a nice idea. It's cool that that's the first one that 511 has done. But for me, when we talk about everything that we're looking at here, this is an uncomfortable pack in any load capacity that I've carried, and I did not go far. I went about 2.5 miles one way with this system, and I cannot stand it.
So tell us how you really feel, Aaron. Don't hold back.
Now, after that suspension and how it rides conversation, I wanted to take a look at my Gregory Z30. This is a pack I've been rocking for a couple years. I don't know why I've never really done a review on it. I will at some point. This is one of the most comfortable packs I've ever used. On the flip side, one of the least comfortable packs I've ever used. So we have a huge spectrum, even though they're very similar. And that's what 511 did, is they took this style of pack here and then designed it into kind of a little bit more of a tactical pack. The reason that it's so uncomfortable are twofold. As we talked about with the sternum straps here, I have a huge track from top to bottom that I can adjust. Probably almost 7 inches of sternum strap length. I don't have that with this. I have about 3 inches, 4 inches maybe on the 511. The other aspect as well, as I was telling you, there's this wire that goes down here that is constantly fighting against and rubbing your back. That is not the case on this design. It still has a wire frame, but it stops here and it stops here, and it's nice and soft and flexible down there, so it's not rubbing and riding on your back all day long. So it's much more comfortable, even though these look very similar with their flow-through constructions. And then finally, you can see a much wider attached belt here, whereas this is not attached and kind of flimsy and isn't as wide. This is going to give you a lot more support and ride properly on your hips, where this one will not. So that's why there's these issues. Even though I've owned similar packs with wire frames and suspension and everything, this is a much more comfortable pack. So folks, as we bring this video to a close, I've shown it to you. Again, the idea is there when I was telling my buddy Brian, who's holding the camera right now, about it, and I was purchasing it, you know, and I was waiting for it to arrive. You know, he was like, oh my gosh, dude, that sounds amazing, because he already had the adapter piece, you know, blah, 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 blah. And as we've gotten into it, this is a no-no. I cannot recommend this pack at all to you. Walk away. And I really hope that the 511 tactical group, you know, that they really redesign this thing and really take into consideration some of the stuff that we've pointed out today, because with fine tweaking, I think it could be a great, cool pack. And I like the feel of it being more of a hiking backpacker styles versus the assault pack, kind of heavy, bulky, baggy packs that 511 is usually known for. I just really hope to see some redesigns in the future. So as always, thank you so much for checking out the channel. Please subscribe, comment, like, share this video. Love to hear your guys' thoughts on the Igniter pack. And as always, remember, stay equipped, stay prepared. We'll see you out there.